Hello, it's John, your pronunciation and accents coach, and right here you can get a better British gesture today. Yes, today we are looking at gestures which will be really useful for you in the UK. Now, there are a couple of things to say before we start. So firstly, that some gestures have a name, and if there is a name, I'll say the name of the gesture. Also, some gestures have a sound or have words that go with it. So some are not completely silent because they have maybe more emphasis when you say the words as well. Okay, let's go. Number one is the nose tap. You tap your index finger onto the side of your nose to show that something is secretive. You can raise your eyebrows and point if you wish. It has two meanings. One, that this is our secret, so don't tell anyone. And the other one is, I'm not going to tell you because it's a secret. Alright, let's move on to number two, which is the thumbs up gesture. Well, this means good, great, or that you're signaling to someone that everything is okay. Now, this was made famous by a British icon in the music industry called Sir Paul McCartney, and he was famously photographed in many situations doing a thumbs up. Yes, the thumbs up like this, so it can be this way or it can be this way. Number three is called touch wood. Now, it is a gesture, but you usually say touch wood when you're doing this. So if you're superstitious, you might want to use this when you want good luck to happen to you or to someone else. So this is how you do it. You get your hand in a fist, you raise up your middle knuckle just a little bit, and you find some wood or something that looks like wood, and you knock a couple of times. So how do you use it? You could say, for example, today you're selling your house and you want it to go well, so you say to your friend, oh, today I'm selling my house, touch wood, everything will go fine. You see, that's how we use it. Now, it definitely won't work with metal, plastic or glass. So number four is fingers crossed, which has a similar meaning to touch wood. How do you do this gesture? You wrap your middle finger around your index finger like that to show a sign of fingers crossed. You can also do the double for extra luck as well. Now, sometimes you don't even have to make the gesture because you can just say fingers crossed in your conversation when you're speaking to someone about the good fortune you want for them or yourself. Let's move on to number five, which is my favorite name. It is called cocking a snook. Yes, people, I did just say cocking a snook, and that is the official name. So what is cocking a snook? Okay, this is how you do it. So you get your palm and fingers spread out, put your thumb onto your nose and waggle like this, and this is cocking a snook. You can even do the double, so it looks like you're playing a trumpet like this, and it's used to mock or make fun of somebody. Alright, let's move on to the next one. Number six, I like to call money, 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 but it's also known as the money gesture or the pay me gesture. Now what you do, you get one hand and you rub your thumb with your either your index and middle finger or all three fingers here. You can see, look. It could be about someone needs to pay you, or you're talking about your friend who's just fallen into a lot of money, something like that. That's when you can use the money gesture. Okay, let's move on to number seven. Number seven is air quotes. So it can be used for irony, for sarcasm, or it can be used to actually quote what someone has said. But it can also be used to quote something that someone has said that maybe you don't agree with. You can say something like, my friend said he bought a yacht, but when I saw it, it looked more like an oversized rowing boat. Okay, let's move on to number eight. Number eight is called whoosh. This basically means it was too complicated and went right over my head. For example, it could be a joke or it could be an explanation someone's saying to you. So for example, let's say you're down the pub, your friend is explaining something to you, pretty technical, and you look to your friend and you go, and you don't really say anything. You might want to do a whoosh sound, but that's about it. Alright, let's move on to number 9. Number 9 is called wink wink nudge nudge. Wink wink nudge nudge, know what I mean? Alright, this is an absolute classic British one. I think it was made famous in Monty Python. So generally it means there is motive to what you're saying. And you need to do the wink and the nudge at the same time, but you need to do it twice, obviously, as it suggests. So it's wink wink nudge nudge. Okay, you don't have to physically touch a person, you can do it in the air, that's okay. So how do we use it? So let's take a look. You might say, oh, I love fast cars, and funnily enough Dave has got a new Porsche, so you never know, wink wink nudge nudge, you know what I mean? And of course it means you want to go out in Dave's Porsche for a little spin, right? Of course you do. Okay, let's move on to the finale, the final one. Number 10 is, shall we just call it the V sign? Alright, so there are two versions really of this. It depends on how you have your hand. So if I go like this, alright, in a V shape with my index finger and middle finger like this, pointing towards somebody, that means victory. Made famous by Winston Churchill, I think around 1941, to show victory in the Second World War. And the second one with the same way, so fingers, your palm is pointing out and you're doing the V shape, it means peace, which is also made famous. It was also made famous by Ringo Starr, who still uses it, another Beatle, Ringo Starr, and he still uses it to this day. Now, the other way, right, here we go. So if you go like this, right, boom, it means, let's think of a polite way of saying it, it means go away, or up yours, you could also say. So be careful which way round you have your fingers when either you see this sign or you're trying to make the sign, alright? Okay, now I hope you enjoyed today's top 10 gestures that will be really useful for you in Britain. So firstly, why don't you comment on any gestures that I missed? Are there any gestures that you really want to know the meaning of, or that you like, or whatever? Up to you. Put it in the comments below. You might want to like the video, and you might want to subscribe to the channel. Know what I mean? Wink wink nudge nudge. Oh yeah. So stay connected and see you later. Bye.